we have a couple more slides on the PowerPoint.
Yeah. And some things we're doing in the future are, we have organized campus cleanups and restoration projects with local organizations.
In May, we are planning on visiting several local elementary and middle schools in order to teach the kids there about our mission and what they can do to help.
We realize how damaging burn debris is, and hope that we can convince our local politician to pass a law that bans or taxes plastic bags, such as the tax that they have here in DC, and in parts of some states, such as North Carolina, California, and Texas. Thank you.
Thank you.
So, panelists, do we have some questions for our colleagues from the Florida Aquarium?
Just a comment, something to think about, where these plastics end up, besides affecting living creatures, they can affect our ability to measure the ocean state and forecast. We're spending a lot of money on autonomous vehicles now to sample temperature and salinity of the ocean, for example. And these can be clogged by plastics out there. So it's impacting the ecosystem and our ability to forecast changes in the ocean.
I really liked your video. I liked the ending, especially that you gave really concrete ways for people to have an impact on this problem. So I thought that was great. I would say continue to do that. You mentioned the areas of the country that have either bag bans or taxes, like here in DC with a 5-cent fee, where the results have just been remarkable. The amount of plastic bags in the waterways has decreased so much. A lot of that's because the money that's collected actually goes to clean up the water, put catchments in so the debris can't get further down the river. So, in Florida, it looks like there was a path to do that, and then it was stalled. So,
Definitely could get there. I think that it actually has to. I think that it is just unsmart for us to keep using plastic bags because it's not good for our economy, and if we want to make our economy better, I think that we should just totally ban the use of plastic bags statewide. It's a little far-fetched, or not far-fetched, out of reach, I guess, but I think that that's what should happen. But what we're going to try to do, again, we're just going to try to educate as many people as possible. Yeah, that's about it.
Do you think by all of your efforts to pick up the plastic bags on the beaches that you're discouraging politicians from taking action? Because if you let them accumulate and the tourist economy went to heck, they probably would act. I'd like you to comment. I'm not advocating that strategy.
Well, if we let them build up on beaches and lakes, that would affect our local fish and things like that, and then it'll hurt local people, which
I think that's a very good answer. You've already pointed out there are lots of effects of these on the ecology. You have a line in your video, in a school parking lot far, far away. Now that comes back to the question I asked the first group. What does the watershed role play in this problem?
Oh, okay. You got it. Well, especially in Tampa Bay, we have many rivers and streams and waterways that are all pouring into the bay. And if these are polluted, even just a small amount of pollution in one of these can affect the whole bay because it just pours into the bay. So if we don't clean up the waterways first and the rivers, then that'll just lead to more destruction and pollution of more important bodies of water.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So you also, during your presentation, mentioned that you had submitted your video to the morning show. I'm curious if it got picked up.
I don't watch that.
Has it yet shown on TV?
Well, it's currently in the process of getting shown.
Okay.
Yeah, on a morning show.
Now, was that a local morning show or like?
It's our school morning show.
Oh, okay.
So
Great. So you're already working on your outreach stuff.
No.
Other questions, panelists?
Just speaking of the outreach, don't underestimate the importance of going to the elementary schools, which you and I've seen several other groups planning to do. You can reach those kids in a way that no one else can, much different way than adults can. They look up to you, they see themselves in your shoes in just a few years, so congratulations for walking the walk. That's great.
Thank you.
And just building off of that, I think the best thing about going to elementary schools is you get to tell the kids to start shaming their parents into better behavior. And that's what we're trying to do up here too. So great job.
Mommy.
Mommy.
Yeah.
And now we have